Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Legion Lads. I'm your host, JR. Today we got Jose and Nick. What's up, guys?
We're
I'm
back.
back. I'm back.
We are. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell by my voice, but I've been sick, so that's why we haven't released an episode. So I'm already kind of over it. And yeah, we are back to talk about some more Legion. A couple things we want to give an announcement to is AMG said on February 25th at 9 a.m. Pacific time, they have a studio announcement. And thought it'd be fun to speculate what that might be. So, what do you think? We'll start with Jose. Jose, you give the wildest takes. What we got?
I wanted to see a bunch of stuff for like MCP, but like Nick shit on that language, I know. It's been 3 weeks, Nick. I can drop an S-bomb. Um, but a lot of people reading the comments think it's gonna be like something like possibly like new IP for a game, new direction for a new game, or some doom and gloom people are like, it's AMG separating from Asmodee or whatever, and I'm like, I don't know about that. Realistically, I hope it's something game related for MCP, or Legion. Uh, I don't know if I'd be too pumped if they were like, oh, we got, a new game IP, because I don't, like I tell you guys all the time, I got so many games, I don't even have time to play the games I do enjoy playing. So, and a company shakeup is always like kind of scary. So, I don't know.
What do you think, Nick?
Blind answer. My bad.
No, you're good, man. Speculation.
Yeah, I don't, and that was a lot of the talk. It's not going to be anything model related. It's not going to be anything about our current games for sure, because Adepticon's so close. They would wait to talk about it at Adepticon. And it was specifically unveil the next chapter of Atomic Mass Games.
Mm.
So it it almost sounds like maybe it could be a new IP, but then again, I think they would still save that up for Adepticon. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they announced Shatterpoint at Mini-Strav or Adepticon, right? That wasn't a solo announcement. That was combined with all that, if I remember that correctly.
I feel
Um,
like that was at a mini strav, but
yeah, it
you
was probably the
you're
Mini-Strav.
right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and Adepticon and Mini-Strav are practically the same thing now, right? It's two Mini-Stravs. It's just one's done at Adepticon and one's done later in the year,
right.
right? It's the same thing. So the fact that they're doing this, just a month before Adepticon, it's got to be something company related, corporate related, something, Now, I don't think it's bad news.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's bad. Maybe I'm, I just can't imagine they would put that post out saying the
We got
special
ourselves out
announcement,
of all that debt we
special,
were put
yeah,
in.
it's special announcement. Oh, we're closing shop. Like that's not, like that's not what's going to happen. So
I, I
I think it's good news, but it's maybe not. It's game related, but not game related.
I honestly disagree, and I hate to be the negative Nancy, but that post sounded like PR, where they kind of mask it as potential good news with bad news, right? They go with bad news, but they repackage it to make it sound less impactful. I'm hoping I'm wrong, and hopefully that's the case, because it sounds like maybe they're gonna have to rework the studio. Different people went somewhere else, or X, Y, and Z. I don't know, but the way they worded it just sounded weird to me.
Too safe.
Yeah, it didn't sound exciting. It just sounded like, hey, new direction the studio's going. What's wrong with the direction we're on now? What's going on? You know?
Well, I
So
mean, change doesn't have to be bad just because it's change, right? Change is sometimes it just kind of has to happen.
The
People
change to
leave.
Legion was terrible.
No,
I
it
don't
was
know.
not.
A lot of people love
No,
it the way it is right now.
no, it was not. So,
I'm just a
yeah,
hater.
like maybe it's unexpected news for them. Something did change, but I don't think it's bad.
Well, on the February 25th, 9 a.m., we are gonna find out, and hopefully, hopefully it is good news, and it's just a reworking of the studio, or I saw people speculate maybe it's DC coming to Crisis Protocol. which
Nah.
that'd be cool. Honestly, that'd be
Never.
dope. People want
No.
that. Like
No, they don't. Who
who
wants
doesn't
that?
want Marvel versus DC?
Eh, nah.
Ah, I mean, I'm gonna say maybe they're not getting the game. Having Batman beat you guys up, like that'd be cool. So, but probably not. Probably not. DC and Marvel are very
We
protective
already
with their
got our
IPs.
billionaire at MCP.
Sure, sure. Um, but moving right along, Nick, I know you got some tournament stats for us, so hit us with those.
Yeah, so I figured we should talk about this before we talk about the wheel bike to make sure we all have the correct analysis of what that wheel bike means for the CIS going forward and the points it's costed at.
Mm,
So, like before, I was pulling the larger tournaments. So 20 more players in the US, just kind of just looking at that, seeing what those numbers bear out. And so I redid the numbers. I restarted it, right? We ended last November, but now we have Grievous. We had the new cards come out, all the new Cassian and Rex and all them. And so this is a fresh start. So 9 tournaments since that time. We were tracking faction numbers, percentage in top 8, and the wins.
mm,
So total, you know, total across the board as far as who was playing what, pretty even. 68 GAR, 66 CIS, 66 Rebels, 53 Empire, 6 Shadow Collective. So pretty even spread across all those tournaments of the factions that are being played, right? Pretty even.
mm.
What is the percentage of making the top 8? Well, start at the bottom, 22% for GAR, 25% for Rebels, 26 for Empire. What do you think CIS is at?
I want to say CIS is like at 3.
40%. 40% of the CIS players are making top 8.
That
Nerfs weren't enough.
that's beautiful, beautiful to me.
9 tournaments,
Mm.
1 won by Republic, 2 won by Rebel. Who do you think won the other 6?
Now, do you think 9 is a
It's not a
big
big,
sample
it's
size?
not, it's
Okay,
not, no, it's
okay,
not. It's not a big sample size because I'm only looking at, larger tournaments and
sure.
it's not even over a very long period. We're talking about what, 3, 4 months.
Hmm.
But we did not have this much of a skew when we did that. We were looking at this before, even with that small of a sample size. So I still ask the question. So who won the other 6 tournaments of the
Oh, for
9?
sure, Shadow Collective. Come on,
In
come on.
not Shadow Collective, it was CIS. So that's what it's been looking like. So now let's talk about the wheel bikes they're about to get.
Well, hold on. Before we go on the wheel bikes, what was the most common denominator in those lists of CIS that were in the top 8?
I didn't look at each individual list,
Okay.
but I know that Evan from Fifth Trooper, he's been
Grievous will
playing the
bike
Grievous list.
stats.
He's been
Sure,
winning. I
sure.
think even
The list is so cracked.
one of the tournaments was when oh gosh, now I'm blanking on his name. The other gentleman from Fifth Trooper has been gone for a while.
Dash.
Kyle. No,
Uh,
Kyle.
Kyle?
Kyle.
What? The king has returned?
You didn't know Kyle came and played a tournament and won?
No, I've been so I normally
when you
like
play CIS,
Yes.
I
yep,
love
that
listening to
that
Fifth
makes sense.
Trooper.
Checks out.
I've been so focused on our tournament for
Yeah.
MCP.
And
I haven't listened to Notorious Scoundrels, so
yeah,
that's awesome. Good
he
way to
he
go, Kyle.
he came back, played in one tournament. It was the bigger tournament, one of the bigger tournaments in Chicago. Yeah,
And he
his
won
list.
it.
Yeah, he won it. Gr
Knock the dust off.
Grievous, Kalani, Super Tac,
Wheel
Sunfac,
bite.
B1, Genotion Warriors, 3 Staps, 2 Aquas.
Yeah, go. Yeah,
That checks
So,
out.
that's what
Yep.
Kyle does.
hmm
He got
so
Blizzard nerfed, so he's doing the
yeah,
Lord's work. He's gonna get this nerfed.
I think that list is pretty much almost identical to Evans too.
Evans, yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
What I find is BS is, that sounds great to me. Like I'm just like Grievous is good and everything. The moment Grievous came out to our local scene, everyone's like stopped playing. I was like, no one wants to go against my Grievous. What's going on here?
Hey, I've played him 3 times now. I played
Yeah,
you 3 times, I think. Yeah.
three times with the Grievous bike.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
but
won
I wanted.
once.
You
I won
did,
once.
you did. I wanted more though. I wanted to play more. But anyways, do you think it's because of the bikes
Well, it's
or
because
specifically Grievous?
it's not just Grievous, it's a super tax. It's a
Yeah,
super tax.
yeah, it is
Yeah.
definitely super
Because
tax.
and it's so funny because the one game I beat you, you didn't play super tax that one.
That's true.
You
That's
had
true.
him in your other list the other two
Hmm.
times. You didn't have him in your list that one time.
Right.
And that was that was the one time I barely beat you. I think
Fair.
I mean it's Grievous is good, but it's also those super tax.
Oh,
They're
100%.
just
It's
yeah.
free stuff.
That
Free
three
stuff
pip, that
24/7.
three pip, it's just brutal whenever it
Yeah.
gets played.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, and they're free force powers practically.
yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. They're so good. I honestly think it's more the super tax than it is Grievous. I think Grievous is manageable. Um, that might change though when the wheel bikes come out when we get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, uh, I think it's got to be the super tax. If I put my money on it, the increase.
It's a combination of all of it, but they are definitely a big part of it for sure. Because I mean, they were already in a pretty good spot. Aquas were
Yeah.
already good,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
And then the super tax came out, then Grievous came out. So I think it's just accumulation
Yeah.
of all those units coming out that have all been very very strong.
I agree. I agree. Um, man, that makes me excited, but it's sad at the same time because that
It's
might
gonna
be
get
a
nerfed
yeah,
to
Grievous
hell.
nerf coming in. And like what you normally like to do is when a new unit comes out for CIS, minus crab droids because they suck.
No,
How many?
stop it.
No. How many crab droids did you notice, Nick?
I didn't look, but I can take a look.
No, you don't have to because I can tell you, I can spoil it for you right now. None, zero, the garbage. Anyways, moving on from that
People are
tangent.
scared to play good units,
Uh,
okay?
So, what was I gonna say is I like to play the hell out of them. Like, as you know, when Aquas came out, I played Aquas. When Darth Maul came out, I played Aquas for like forever. Because it's fun. It's always fun to play new units and put them in different lists and see how they work. Unfortunately, Grievous couldn't carry me with the two double AATs, so I guess the AATs are not that great still.
Hater.
They were fun though. They were fun to play. That's what ultimately matters. Um, but yeah, anything else you noticed about those tournaments, Nick?
No, let's talk about these stupid wheel bikes.
Well, what was the second most? Was it Guard the most one that won the most? Like
As
getting
far
into the
as
top
top
eight?
8 percentage,
Yeah,
uh, it was actually Empire at 26, and Rebels at 25, so Rebels right there for a percentage making top 8.
Guard.
Gar was 22, so all pretty close, all pretty
Yeah,
close.
that's pretty about
Yeah,
valid. Yeah,
CIS was the only one that was way above the rest. The rest were kind of where you would expect.
sure, sure. Which is makes me think like, do we feel good about where the Empire is?
Now, so I'm not pulling out battle forces, like I'm not separating that from the faction. I
Mm,
think the battle forces are totally carrying Empire. So which I guess is fine, right? I mean, it's a part of their faction. So
yeah, yeah.
their battle forces are probably the best thing.
And if memory serves me right, they have the most battle forces.
Yeah, right, because they have
Imperial
four
Remnant,
Remnant,
uh,
Tempest,
Tempest,
Stormtroopers,
Stormtroopers, Blizzard Force.
Blizzard. Yeah, they have four.
Yep,
Four.
yep.
Yeah.
So, man, okay. I kind of dig that. And then like Rebels too, I felt like Rebels might have been a best spot. How do you feel about Rebels now, Nick? I know you kind of been like on the fence about them as like because the units and whatnot. You're not really getting a whole lot.
Well, Cassian's good, right? You can't complain about that. It's an
Oh,
excellent unit.
yeah.
I
Sorry.
mean, I've
Yes.
used him against you, right, a few times
Mm,
now, and
yep.
different ways, right? Did Rebel Troopers once, did fleets, so um, and like I said, Rebels have won 2 of those tournaments, so that's like better than what they had been doing previously.
Mm,
Um, so they're obviously doing they're okay, but I think they're still very much kind of stuck with one list archetype. Like now it's like they've like 3 4 good units that like you like have to take. Like if you're not taking, Cassian and you're not taking,
Sleepers.
Din, sleepers, you
Are
know.
you even trying?
Yeah, it's like if you're not doing that, it's like then Yeah, I mean, you can do some variation too, but I don't think those lists are necessarily going to win a tournament.
We think Luke and Han on Tauntaun's gonna shake it up?
Points, because they are not, again, white saves on that big silhouette that's just gonna get shot to pieces. I mean, like I could not imagine putting those against like the CIS list that are gonna go several units after I deploy. They're gonna be able to shoot me turn one. They're gonna run up in my face turn one and shoot me. I mean, they're gonna die fast.
I mean, hopefully when they do come out, they will lower their points on Tauntauns. I feel like Tauntauns has been so high for the longest time
Hmm.
for no reason. Like they need to come down. They should have came down back when FFG had it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's annoying.
We
yeah. The
still
point
and we still don't know their command cards. This command cards might be nuts
we don't.
to
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
compensate.
true. That's true. Yeah.
we do know how many we're getting though now though.
I didn't get a chance to check.
Um, because you can now pre-order the box.
Sure.
So which means it says you can see the back of the box. Again, assuming the back of the box is correct. Because it tells you how many cards you're getting.
Right.
And I think if I remember correctly, I was a little disappointed because it wasn't enough cards for three each.
Yeah, see, I noticed a trend that they're not giving other than Grievous, which got three new
Yeah,
ones.
yeah. Grievous got three new ones.
Everybody else aside from that have not like what's the last character that came out, the AMG release, that had three cards?
Soka had three, right? Soka had three.
But, no, Ahsoka
Soka, Commander Soka for
for
Gar,
Gar, she has three?
doesn't she? Yeah,
I could double check. I thought she only had two. Um,
I'm pretty sure she has three cards. She had a one pip, a two pip, and a
Ventress didn't have three?
four pip.
no, that's well, Ventures came out a long time ago, so
Right?
that's
Doesn't
different.
Soka have her one, two, and four pip?
Yeah, you're
Wasn't
right. She has a 1, 3, and 4 pip.
one, three, and four pip? Yeah, so
Because
she
one
had
of them
three.
counts as a two.
Yeah, the four pip counts as a two, right?
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep. Which is interesting.
yeah. So yeah, here's it says you get two plastic managers, five cards, one token sheet, one insert. So five cards. Two of those cards are the unit cards. So there are only three command cards in that box total.
So how
Well,
If
many? Hold on,
if
hold
if
on.
the back of
How
the
many
box is right.
cards? How
to
many
be
cards is so? I think so. Luke has six command cards right now. Regular Luke and
Sort
Jedi
of.
Luke.
Sort of.
Hold on. So right, what do you mean sort of? I don't mean
You
the I
you
don't
can't
mean
use you
Tauntaun
can't
Luke.
you can't use two of them with Commander Luke. You can't use
Okay, so
right.
I was gonna say like if Tauntaun Luke is losing command like say two command cards, then two of those command cards are probably gonna be for him, so he could still run six, and one would be for Han.
Yeah, I would have to agree with Jose on this one. I feel like there's going to be some command cards you're still allowed to take. Obviously, probably not the Jedi ones, but Commander Luke's you might be able to take with Tauntaun, and same goes for Han. Like, I see no reason why Han can't use his zero pip.
No, they can as long as they don't rat at them. As long as they don't errata them, they should be able to.
Yeah,
Because
that's what
they
I mean.
errated loose cards to have the additional text for just Jedi Luke. And
Right,
that's why Commander Luke can't play them.
right.
Yeah, because then you'd be able to reckless diversion to protect your Luke. Reckless diversion, a Ewok behind a bush where you can only see one.
You could, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I I just I guess so Grievous had three command cards and he got
yeah.
three more. Why can't Han? Han only has
Well,
three cards and he hasn't and they've been the same
How
forever.
well,
how
for
disappointing.
what I know is that like operatives, they don't usually get three command cards anymore,
Mm,
and he's now an operative. So I mean,
Wait, Tauntaun Luke's an operative?
Han, Tauntaun Han.
Han.
Oh, Han.
Yeah,
I was gonna say how ticked would you be if the if Luke got no command cards and all three were for Han? They gotta have
Yeah.
a teamwork card. They gotta have a teamwork card because there's got to be a way for them to generate tokens for each
they
other to
never
help
worked
each.
as a team though.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
You know,
Man, you guys keep trying to apply lore to a game of
that's the
plastic
whole
soul
point.
tubes. I
I
mean,
mean, let's ignore the fact that Darth Maul's in CIS. You know,
I mean,
he was
they
there for the start.
They sort of worked the team. They were riding out there together at the very beginning.
Han went to go
I
find
mean,
him.
yeah, that's about it.
No, in the remember the very very beginning, they're both out there before the Wampa even attacks. They're both
Well,
out
no,
there
because
doing
well,
patrols.
yeah, patrols. That's about it.
Hey, that's teamwork.
And
Patrol. The car's gonna be called
Honda
Two
abandoned
Pit.
him. He went
Two
back.
Pit. Two Pit Patrol.
Yeah.
Gives teamwork for Han and Luke, but Han moves like speed 3 away from Luke.
Oh man, I don't know. You know what's the better question is, Nick? Are you gonna get the new uh Battle Force box to get that special edition Leia?
Oh.
No. That's the only way you can get that one, and I think Vader too.
Vader 2, yeah.
Yeah.
It's also and it is just that special, but there is more in there that is new, right? There's the hard plastic tauntauns, the hard plastic rebel vets. I technically don't have any of those either.
That's true.
Um, I don't know if I could
You
justify
could
that.
you could replace your stuff with the new stuff, and then sell your painted stuff to people getting into the game.
You're not gonna sell as Rebels.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying he can replace his tauntauns with the hard plastic, and then
Mhm.
sell his painted old tauntauns to a new player.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right.
So I probably won't unless I'm definitely not going to pre-order it. So
Sure.
if it's sitting there on the shelf and it's like 6 months from now and I just want to buy something, maybe I buy it.
Hmm.
Because now I'm playing Legion and MCP and Shatterpoint. Like I don't make as much frivolous buys like that because
Fair,
you're
fair.
buying other things.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, that's a lot for just that one model.
I
For
know.
for a model that I think sucks.
Yeah, I feel for you guys because like if CIS had its own special Grievous, I would be like, I don't know, man. Like that's a hard sell to buy all those units just for a special edition Grievous because that's the only way you're gonna get those models, right? And once they're
Yeah.
out of print, they're out of print. I'm
If
just like, yeah,
if
I
Leia
can
was
see it.
better,
I mean, she might get her update. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see about that.
Check the minis bins next to LVO. You might find her.
No, you're gonna find all the
no.
old
Pile of
ones.
garbage.
You're gonna
You'll
find the
All
find
the
old
all the
old
old
ones.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no one's gonna buy that box and then get rid of it, or they're gonna try to sell it for way too much money.
You'll see it on eBay. You'll see it on eBay.
Yeah.
So,
Pieced out.
but on that note, now that we're talking about tournaments and everything, they did release the upcoming tournaments for GTs this year. And the one that is most notable to me is we got one in California. Thank God. Finally.
But
That is
it's
gonna
not us.
it's not it's okay. It's okay. We just gotta keep doing the grind and eventually they'll recognize us. But Bay Open in May is gonna be a GT. Are you guys thinking about going or are you guys on the fence about it?
Can't make
I
it.
I can't make it.
And that's okay. That's all right.
It's just because of the weekend it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just happy because now I win both, right? I get to go, get the goodies, and then when LVO comes, I'll go to the IS. So win-win there. Yeah, but
Or
yeah.
you just get corrupted by greed. You go get the goodies and then go to LVO and get the goodies.
You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
And then have
It-
everybody judge you for doing it.
right? It really depends on the goodies is what's happening. Like I still want I mean this greedy part is like 5 more special red defense dice to like complete my collection. But other than that, like if it's just I don't know, man, because we'll see what the
I
goodies
want
are.
them
So
I want them to do something stupid crazy like gold, like shiny gold, like defense dice, like make those the reds and like shiny silver for white. Like I want something like
that's gonna get
really,
confusing
really.
though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you could
like the
just
red
say
ones. They look good.
Yeah, they do look good.
I know, but I guess I just like the marble's okay. I'm not a big fan of the marble. I really love the clear, even though people hate them. Like, dude, I got so many like, why are you rolling those dice at LVO and I was rolling the clear white? I know
I
it's
do
a
it.
hit. Watch.
I do it all the
Um,
time. It's just like I'm sorry,
yeah.
these are my dice. I don't know what to tell
Well, and
you.
then it was the droid pool, so it was like a bunch of different white dice, like clear white, the gray ones, and people are like, "What the hell?" I'm like rolling it all, but no, like I want I want cool like even like the marble dice for MCP. Like we got the purple ones, and I was kind of bummed out because the purple ones that I won like are just purple. They're not marble. They're not. They're just purple.
Ah,
Um, so like I want to see like cool like I said, the next white attack die, make them chrome. Like just they're white chrome. Like make them like really worth the like. Oh, this is cool. I really want to get this. Like
you know, it would be sick if they made them faction Pacific special dice. Like that would be cool. People will definitely want to get those.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like kind of like what Baron Dice
Where
did.
Baron of Dice does,
Yeah,
or
like
MCP.
yeah, that
Yeah.
would be cool.
It makes sense that Bay Area got it though, because that is an FLG event,
Yeah,
and we lost the SoCal Open, like that went away. And I
right.
remember that was a GT 1 year, a few
Hmm.
years back. And so I
What
think
happened
now,
to SoCal?
so I don't know exactly, but I do know that that was their big tournament when FLG was based in San Diego. Well, they moved
Mm.
to Nevada. The company moved to Nevada. So I don't know if that was maybe part of it, that they didn't really have a tie to that area anymore. So that might be why the SoCal kind of went away.
Mm.
Um, but it makes sense that, you know, they're obviously, connected in the convention circuit. They run LVO, they run multiple conventions, and they run Bay Area Open. So that's an FLG. So I could see them, if they can get the people, I could see that growing. I could see Bay Area growing if they can get people to go. I could see that. Probably the only tough thing about it, it's always the holiday weekend. And
What holiday weekend is it?
isn't it during Memorial Day weekend? Isn't
It
that Bay Area
is.
Open?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I think is a pro and a con, right? Because it's like,
Mm.
yes,
A
a
lot of
long
people have it
weekend,
off.
but then people have family stuff, so
Sure.
it's going to be like you're gonna have that give and take a little bit when it's on a holiday.
Yeah. You're not wrong. But I'm definitely gonna go. We'll have my family time over there, 3 day weekend over there. So that'd be fun. I'm excited. I'm excited
Yeah,
for that.
and
But
and if you're wondering, no, I didn't hear anything back.
yeah,
Oh,
I was
oh
so
God.
hoping when I saw the list, I was like, come on, Bet Fest, Best Bet
No,
Fest. I was like,
I
damn.
I would have heard, you would have known, because I would have heard other things earlier.
Mm,
That it was like part of the process, but that was not a complaint, but a critique I've heard from a few other some other podcasts that also applied and didn't get it, and that's one thing that they kind of like were like, oh, you don't hear anything. Like that's how
mm,
you didn't get it, because you don't get any feedback whatsoever. And so I had some other people were like, well, that would be nice to know, what do we have to do, what should we, like, why
right.
didn't we get picked, or what do we have to do more of, or
Mm.
that kind of
Because
stuff.
some of those places, especially last year that got GT, weren't running all three games.
No,
Um,
there weren't. Yeah, and there's
but
some this
so
year that aren't.
yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm right there with you. But all that means is VetFest for us is continuously growing every year,
Sure.
which is a great thing to say to see because we went from like 8 tables to 10 tables to however many tables you need, Roman, let us know, to having Imperial Goldfish streaming. Like it just gets better every year. So what we got to do this year is before we got to get on the grind and make sure we get the word out faster this time. The minute we know, and start reaching out to everybody and getting everybody aware of what's happening. You know, hopefully Rob can work some magic, Rome can work some magic, make another LVIS, and just continue to make it big. And to be honest, even if we get it huge and we never get GT status, dude, I'll be cool with it just being a huge event in California. You know what I mean?
Well,
yeah,
like you said, just gotta keep at it, keep doing it. I mean, you can always do my approach, which is the annoying Fred approach, where you just keep calling them and bugging them until they give you an answer. You're just like, oh, okay, thank you. Don't ignore me. Answer me. No. So there you go. Always do that. But it's all right. Next time, boys. Next time.
Stupid wheel bike time.
Yeah, let's jump right into it. So the French have leaked the stats, the rest of the stats on the TSMEU, and this is what it is. Now I'm hoping people have translated this, so this isn't my translation because I don't speak French. So hopefully This is correct. If not, we will correct it in a future episode. But the TSMU is 90 points.
Oh,
It has a pilot, training, gear, and comms slot. Um, let's talk about that first before we get into the other upgrade, the Magna upgrade. How do you guys feel about the TSMU being 90 points?
I'll
It's
let Nick go.
it's not as bad as I thought it could be, but
Okay.
it's not where it should be.
Oh,
I was really
oh,
worried. I was really worried it was going to be cheap. It was cheaper than this, and it was going to flip. Um, 90 is still not enough.
really? What do you think it should
Yeah.
be at?
100 at least.
Oh,
I said that.
Yeah.
I
no.
said that. Jared told me I was
Okay.
And
You
crazy.
guys
and
are
here
crazy.
no, and here's
Yeah.
why.
Okay.
And
Okay.
here's
Go ahead.
why.
Defend yourself.
It's the slot. It's not
Mm,
about the
mm.
unit. It's the slot. They
Okay. Go ahead.
are they are breaking the traditional slot with where they put it at, which is fine if they want to do that, but now the list that you can compose with this is not gonna be good.
So
And CIS is not an expensive army. So you can fit what now you can fit Grievous and three bikes and three staps and two aquas and more into a list, you know. I just it's the slot.
yeah. So I actually disagree with you on a couple things. Shocker, right? Um,
Yeah, just like you disagreed with us about the super tax.
that's fair. That's fair. I'll take an L on that one. But um, I think they already broken the slot before with Gar, right? Because support and Empire, they have troopers and support. I actually did it a long
Yep.
time ago with the Empire with the what do you call the guy on the machine gun? Brrr,
The eWeb?
the E-Web, thank you. Um,
I mean, we have the dish. I think that's similar, but yeah, a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit.
I mean, as far as
Range
trooper,
range troopers, yeah, definitely
yeah.
broken, and those magically went up 10 points for no reason. I wonder why.
But on that note, I feel like 90 is the perfect spot because it's not too cheap and it's not over costed. Because if you look at all the units in the game, other than the Tauntaun, which I believe should be lowered, for the special forces and the support, it is the most expensive, other than the clone commandos, right? So
It's
now,
also the most wounds and the most dice and the fastest movement and
I mean, well,
Being able to
when you
do
when
it.
you when you say
Also being
when you
should keep
say
being
going.
able
most
to
wounds, when you say most
and be
wounds,
able
we're
to
gonna do parentheses because I think clone commanders take that cake a little bit more.
and you're also able to run through melees and kill things that should be safe because of overrun rules.
And scatter units.
No, you
Armor
can't scatter
one's
units.
free.
Can't scatter units. We'll get into that though. You can't
Armor
right now
one is a
as of just the card unit card itself. You cannot scatter units.
But it has the upgrade that you can scatter
We'll get
units.
into that, and I'll
uh,
get into that upgrade in a little bit. But I also
armor one's nothing to sneeze at. That's a free
I,
block.
I also think that like the the Staps and the TSMU list, I think it's a meme list because you don't want to overcommit something to kind of be cohesion, right? Because the game is played across the whole board. If you're committing to one side, you're losing the other side.
Yes and no. Yes and no. I played a game against you when you didn't have these wheel bikes. You just had your list you have now. You
Mhm.
didn't even play the objectives. You just killed me.
I mean, I did play the. Are you talking? What game are you talking about?
I think it was our second game or first game. You barely played the objectives. You didn't even we were playing what were we playing? Was it Breakthrough? I think it was
I,
Breakthrough.
I think it's
And
Outflank.
Hold on,
no, no, no.
real quick to butt in. This is a comment from JR today, just when we were discussing wheel bikes. JR himself says, "No need to hide anything no need to hide when everything is dead.
That was
Yeah.
You hide to
there's
play
a
the
Yeah.
there's
objective.
also a
You hide to
laughing
play the
emoji.
objective."
That's me joking.
I'm
Seriously.
pretty sure it was Breakthrough if I remember correctly. It was definitely one of the objectives where there was things on both sides, like you just said. You didn't even put anything on the other side of the
Well,
map.
yeah, that was
You put everything on this side in the center, and all you did was come and attack and kill me.
that was the outflank one because that was the tournament where we all decided to do outflank for the whole tournament. and the other objective because it was the new objective, right? And I remember
Resupply.
specifically that game you had you were playing Jose's list.
Those Jose's list, yeah.
Yeah, you were playing Jose's list on top of that. And you also had Cassian and you put
So we
Cassian
gotta throw that game out the way because
shit.
I built that list wrong.
You did build it so wrong. And you put Cassian on the outflank side. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna ignore that altogether and just come down the middle, right? Um, so I disagree with you. I was playing the objective, but I knew if I ignored that side, I could win this side.
I'm pretty sure you did the exact same thing the second time I played you, which was not in that tournament.
Uh,
Pretty sure, and I'm
I
pretty sure it was
think
breakthrough.
the second game was breakthrough. You're right.
You,
I didn't
you
fight
didn't,
for the left
yeah,
side.
exactly. You didn't play
I
that side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my point though. My point is that I committed to one side and I arguably could lose the next side, right? It really becomes on positioning where my opponent because
so
the
you
list
conceded the objectives to kill me.
I conceded one objective.
Yeah, exactly. You
Sure.
conceded half the board. You
Sure.
conceded half the objectives
Yes,
to
you're
kill me,
correct. Yes.
and I lost because
Okay.
I died.
I did the same thing in our my AAT list and you won.
I did win the AT. I did win that one, but
Mhm.
how did I win that one? It was like a smidge, right?
Yeah,
Like I
yeah. It was like my AAT big old base couldn't get all the way there. I'm trying to get there to the middle. So you're right.
and I
You're
only
right.
won because of Hondo. It was the probably the hilarious part.
I would say that one's Cassian. Cassian's just so good because
Well, yeah,
he pretty much deleted Grievous.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I'm not saying they're not going to be good. I think the TSMEUs are going to be very good, and there's probably is a list you can play with the stats that are going to make them good. But I'm saying you got to know what you're doing if you're going to concede a point and commit to only half
Sure,
the board, right?
sure.
Um, but yeah, at 90 points, because I was building lists, me and Dallin were building lists, and you can't get everything. You can't have your cake and eat it,
Oh
right?
no.
I
Oh,
know.
that's so
We're
sad.
CIS. We're supposed to tell him, Nick. Tell him. So, so in my opinion, I think the TSMU is fairly costed. Now, when it comes on the table and we play them, the data will do the speaking for us. So,
It's just too much. It's just too much you can spam to get across the board.
oh,
It
100%.
it's
Yeah,
already it's already hard to play against Grievous knowing he's going to be in your army turn one.
right.
Now there's going to be 4 more units
Yeah.
in your face turn one, and I'm sure you could probably tailor lists to combat that, sure. But if you're not just like specifically tailoring your list just for this one thing, then it's going to be hard to deal with.
And
You're
we've
not wrong.
seen even when you tailor your list for something like this, like it's going to be a tough road to plow if you're in the tournament because if you don't play against the list you tailored against, now you're at a disadvantage somewhat.
Well, it's really going to be interesting when that new objective card pack comes out because Outflank is a great one for Grievous. The new the new one we saw, I forgot the name of it, just the deployment. I don't think that's necessarily going to be super great for Grievous. And I'm
It's
talking about wheel bikes in general when I say Grievous.
it's but it's not bad though
It's
because
not. You're right.
that new deployment zone is good for infiltrate and prepare positions,
Correct.
right? Or units that could just move real fast. And
I mean,
because
Mhm.
everyone's gonna be at a disadvantage to try to get to that side since they can't walk on the battlefield because it's not on the edge, right? You have
Correct.
to walk all the way. You have to walk all the way around. Well, fast units are going to be able to get there still.
That just comes with fast units in general, right?
That
I don't
was
think
you're going to have like 7 of them.
So you're right though. I think that new deployment we saw is favors prepare position and infiltrate, and outflank I think favors speeder bikes. I'm really hoping the next two favor a different kind of list building.
Well, there should be
Uh,
3 more.
well, even better.
There should be
And
there should be 4 of each. That's what should be in that pack.
well, we got two. We got two spoiled, right?
Well, we got 1 primary, 1 secondary. There should be 4 of each. 4 primary, four
Outflank and resupply.
secondary.
Yeah. What
Outflank
I'm
and
saying is
resupply is what
we
was
got
put out.
we know two objectives, and the second one we only know the deployment.
Deployment zone, yeah.
Yeah. So we don't know what the objective is, but I'm talking about the other two objectives that haven't really been revealed. I'm really hoping those favor other build lists. that I think would be fun for them. And uh, yeah, we'll see.
I
So
pre-ordered my pack.
when's it coming out again?
M like right before Depticon, like March 20th, March 21st, I
Mhm.
believe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But that's if it doesn't get delayed.
Mm. So Jose, you think it's costed correctly? You're like on board with Nick. You're just like it needs to be more.
It should have been 100 points base.
Okay. Do you have a reason why?
So, once again, it's I sound like a broken record here. It's the same thing Nick was saying. It's the slot. And even then, when you're bringing about like other things that break the slot, like I don't, I don't I don't agree technically wholly because these things, if you were to compare units that break things in slot, like for instance, you said E-webs, these things shit on E-webs. Um, you can bring up clone commandos, which yes, but at the same time, the biggest thing the clone commandos bring is their armor, which you got three of these guys. You can run over the clones, make
Four.
them burn their armor, run them over again. Or as we're gonna get into with the upgrades, run them over, force them to spend the armor, scatter them, run them over again, and you're just like the clone commandos, whether it's Delta, whether it's standard clone commandos are just gonna get eaten alive by these guys. Four models eaten alive, and clone commandos and by far are the more expensive take. Um, it's just like they're getting armor, they're getting six what is it? Sorry, it's 3 wounds per model. Each squad is gonna have two, that's six behind 6 red saves behind an armor on a fast unit. You could even run outflank and then dip around a corner and just keep doing circles around an objective. Granted if the map is set for you to do that. And unless you're tailored to like the weakness of Grievous is a super squad. I think these things are gonna have the same weakness, which is a super squad. But even then, it knocks off other things like prepared positions. Everybody's up in arms, like, oh, the prepared position is gonna be a thing. I'll tell you one thing. I'm looking forward to testing and playing what is the marksman.
Marksman.
And I'm like, cool. I'm gonna run super squads. I'm gonna prepare positions. If I play JR, you think I'm gonna prepare positions for them to get just ran over?
Well, what makes you not gonna be able to shoot me first?
I mean, because you're not dumb enough to pull your things out that fast.
Well, no, but I mean, you can always stand by.
I mean,
It-
yes,
but that's
but
not then what that's
that
what the
that
steps are
that
for, right?
Sure, but I mean, there's only three steps.
Hmm.
Like,
okay,
like,
that's
like,
what you could just run.
if you really think about it, you could get up to 12 acts, right? Your B1s are probably going out first. Kalani's probably going out first,
And you can use a
and then
B1 to
and
to pop
well,
to pop the
they're
standby.
going out first, right? So they won't their activation will be already gone. You want to save the TSMEUs and the Grievous for last,
But if
so the
you're playing
stabs got to come
against
out first. So you wait till all three stabs go, then you
But
stand by.
that's but you're not a dumb player. Like if you know that I'm gonna if you know I'm sitting on like if you look at you're gonna know my list. So if you see my list and you're like, oh, he has two super squads of marksmen. All right, cool. Um I know he's gonna prepare position. Cool. I'll just as much as it may throw off my list, it's worth it to burn a B1 to save for when I drop that because I will drop a marksman before you drop a bike. It's written in the stars. And JR is smart enough to throw out double move, throw a B1 out, and then pop it, and now your bikes are gonna
Well,
go. And
what I'm saying is that when you prepare position, you can give them an order and you can choose when it goes. So you just hold on to it until the stabs and everything has come out, and then you stand by, right?
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, JR, but you're also not going to just walk into those standbys.
Well,
So you can
that's
only
so
you
that's
could
fair.
do that turn one,
Sure.
right? You could
outpit
do
me turn
that.
two.
I mean, it yeah, it's you're still delaying the inevitable,
Or
and
or
Well, that you're
hold
right.
on, hold on.
You
Wait,
guys are
wait, wait, wait,
absolutely
wait.
right. Like,
Or he also forgot. I doubt he's gonna make a Grievous Timu bike and not bring a spectacular STD to then command something to walk that far again. So no matter how your
But then
super
I'll be
tax doesn't
walking
come
into a standby.
okay, but you could walk
But
a B1 into
but
a
you
standby.
you guys are absolutely right. The thing about
Is a
these wheel
B1
bikes,
not is a B1
well,
not
the
worth
thing
it to
about these
get
wheel bikes is it is inevitable. They're gonna get in the lines. It's just
Mhm.
how healthy are they gonna get when they get in the line? Like a good example is my game with the AAT against you, Nick. Like Grievous needed to get into lines and he didn't get into lines turn one, but turn two, he got there. But before he got there, Cassian took a mean shot at him and pretty much decimated him. Which is
Rebels
which
also
is
have
the
the
key
axe
thing.
to do that though. Guard
Yeah.
doesn't.
Well, no,
Yeah.
well, honestly, I think super squads are the answer to the wheel bikes, right? Because
Mhm.
you can't kill as many as you think you can. Um, and I really hope we get an objective that favors super squads. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Like, because I think super squads are underrated right now, in my opinion. Oh,
We need to get into the upgrades though, because the
yeah,
upgrades are
I'm gonna go over that right now. So, it does come with two upgrades. One we know, which is the turbocharger, the same thing as
turbocharger.
Grievous. Does the same exact thing. But again, I think you take Recon Intel if you can afford it over the turbocharger, just because you get that extra movement off the base. And then the Magna Guard, the one that we've been waiting for, in my opinion, I think it's lackluster. I'll get your guys' opinion here in a minute. It is 10 points. It gives you immune to melee pierce, and it gives you overrun scatter. Okay. Tell me what you guys think of this.
That's
So I
perfect.
Yeah, I mean, 10 points is a lot, but it does do two things. I mean, and one of the things, and it's two pretty unique keywords. I feel like immune melee pierce is not something that everyone gets, and scatter is not something that everyone gets. And I think I saw your comments in the Discord chair. I think you're way over undervaluating scatter, especially and not even about the overrun part of it,
Mm,
just how cover works now. So before in old Legion, when you scattered somebody, you had to still somehow get those models into a way where they weren't behind the train anymore, right? To get rid of cover.
right.
You don't have to worry about it anymore. You just have to make sure they're half a range away from the cover. They can still be behind it. If you move all of the unit half more than half range with cover, they can still be behind the cover. They're not getting cover anymore. So now you've just taken my unit and removed cover from now every shot that somebody shoots at them for the whole turn. You're taking away my cover no matter what the angle. Because remember, you half your unit has to be half range to the terrain piece. They can still be behind it, but now no cover now.
Yeah, but to be fair, like I only feel like scatter matters for super squads because there's so many. Like then it's worth it to get them out of cover. If they're not a super squad, I feel like you should be already killing them. And I don't think it's like you don't always not take it. I think it's good if you're bringing like one TSMAU with Grievous, right? But if you're bringing four,
No,
like
you
and
probably don't have to bring
Grievous,
four. You don't probably have to bring
right?
four. That's true.
He's
But it's
gonna
still
make me
but
paint for.
you're going to be playing against super squads, right? It's going
Yeah,
to happen. And
sure.
Well,
you could take away cover from a whole super squad and pretty much put that squad like practically anywhere you want. You think about the range where now you could scatter range one, move models so much closer to you that now all of the rest of your units could probably shoot at without even having to move.
also,
Yeah, but it's just
you could scatter. You could so in terms of super squad to bounce off what Nick said, you can run over, and you don't even need to fully run over. Your tool just needs to go over them. Go over them, scatter them, whatever wounds you get, you get. Go over them again, rescatter them because you have overrun too. And guess what? That turn, you just play Grievous to spin to win, and now these poor bastards are even closer to Grievous.
I just think it's too much for 10 points, right?
Oof.
Like I don't
It
think
would be too
I
cheap if it
And
was
hold on,
less.
and
I don't think immune to melee pierce is that great. Like
That's
what?
it's good against Jedis
mhm.
That's
and
the
things
point.
that have pierce, but you don't see Jedis that often. You don't see melee users with pierce that often anymore. And it's so I don't think it's that
I,
great.
So here's the thing. You don't see him now, but like a 6 wound armor unit used to be prime position for a Jedi to go and just one shot it.
yeah,
Kind of.
you just nerf my commander to Tauntaun
Okay.
Luke when he runs up to you.
And And now, so
Does
let's
he
say
have
this.
immune to behavior pierce?
Let's
Oh,
No, he
say
I
has
mean contact.
pierce. He can
I mean,
people
so.
be able to
even
pierce
okay,
you.
okay. The way I'm thinking about this is I'm thinking about this in a vacuum, right? In my like dream, I want to run 4 of these. Whether that's realistic or not is to be determined. But in my head, I'm like, I'm running 4 of these. If Obi-Wan, Anakin, Luke wanna kill one of these with their lightsaber, go ahead. I got 3 more to go after that, right? It's just
I,
one attack, and
that's
and
what that's what I'm saying. You're not taking that upgrade for them. You're taking for the scatter.
I just don't think it like
The
again if it's a grade against a super squad, other than a super squad, I think you're already killing the unit to scatter even before you
You're
scatter it.
you're gonna be playing against super squads,
And yeah,
right?
you're probably right. Yeah, because super squads are the way to go, I think.
yeah,
Yeah. So
great upgrade, great upgrade. I'm glad it's on. I'm glad.
that's
I'm
lackluster.
I'm
Does
to
it
be
give any
honest.
more
Hold
dice?
on,
Does it give an extra
hold on,
health?
Why do
To be
you get
honest.
any upgrade? Why do you even deserve any unique
Did
upgrade?
you did you not see the title of the game? It says CIS, Star Wars Legion.
So to be honest, like they could have just. I mean, and Nick might agree with me, because we both think this card is great. You could have just printed both these things on the card itself, and we would be like, yeah, 100 points. You're totally getting money's worth.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll take the L on it if I'm wrong again.
I mean, you tend to undersell a lot of the things that we're like, but JR,
Yeah,
this, and
yeah.
then you
Tell me,
come
tell me
back like a
about that
month.
that S tier Lando. Tell me about the crab droids. Go ahead, go ahead. I'm listening. I'm here. I'm all ears about
The
that.
only one, the only overrated thing Jared ever whiffed on was the Ambam rifle. The Ambam rifle
Yeah,
apocalypse.
because that hurt my soul. I was just like, what? You can shoot my maul that's engaged? Oh, that's dirty.
And then it wasn't even a thing.
It's
But
just so
yeah,
bad
no.
when you fail the one time. Oh.
I've
Yeah,
never
no.
done
This
it.
is
You never done it?
And I've played Din how many times? I've never
since
shot
it
the amp.
came
I've never
out.
shot the. I
It's
played for like almost every game that came out. I've never shot the amp.
I to be honest, I've never done it either because of Roman. Roman's like, I did it once. How'd it go? I blanked. I'm never doing this again. I'm like, ooh, I never want to do that.
I've done
Never
it a
want to
couple
do that.
times. I failed a couple times, but uh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Ambient rifles is not that great.
It's your whole activation to take one wound. It's like
Yeah,
Yeah, and here's the other thing. Basing them at so my thing is like, I hate units. I hate units. I'm pretty sure I've said this on podcasts before. I hate units that you look at their stat card and you're like, I can run them naked and be perfectly fine. Like, I hate that. I feel like units should come out of base cost and have at least one upgrade that you're like, I need to take this to make this a little bit better. But I like it irks me that I could see these being taken 4 of naked
I agree.
and
yeah.
being perfectly
Yeah.
fine. Which is I hate that. I hate that
Well,
because
to be
like
fair, you want to slap recon intel and into the fray, my
but
opinion.
even if you didn't, we don't know what these new deployments are gonna be. And with the one that we did see, you can start off pretty close. Um, I just man, this and then on
No,
top of that, this
unless you're talking about outflank, I disagree with you guys on the other one. I don't think you start that close with the other ones.
talking about the like the new deployment zone we've
Yeah,
seen,
that
or
yeah, that new one, the one that
no?
I can't
Yeah,
remember the name of.
the one that was spoiled, right?
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
not close, not at all. Not unless you're prepared position. You're not close at all.
Right.
You're across the board pretty much. And I did pull the card pack, and yeah, it's 4 new primary, 4 new secondary, 8 new advantage cards, 2 for each faction.
Yes.
could you imagine living in old Legion world where bombing run was still a thing?
Oh, dude, that'd be nuts. As
Yeah,
of right now, which I think the TSMEU is the only one unit that could do destroy bunker, like triple move. Because what's the new keyword that is kind of like speeder?
mobile.
Mobile.
Mobile, dude,
Mobile.
and they get extra points because there's fucking specialists or special forces.
No. You're thinking of bunker assault. I'm thinking of
Destroy enemy base.
destroy enemy base. Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah,
yeah.
because these
Destroy enemy
things
base
on the other one would be
because
terrible.
they have speeder clarified that you can only do two moves, and for mobile they don't have that clarified. Which, assuming that probably get changed when they come out, but they
In,
haven't changed it yet with
in
Grievous.
2028.
Probably they gotta sell the box, Nick. That's what they gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have to pay. We have to pay for it. They already got all their money out of the Aqua players, Nick. So now that we've went through the Aqua apocalypse, now we're gonna go through the speeder apocalypse. Oh, sorry, the
the,
mobile
the
We're
apocalypse.
Mad
still
Max.
we're still in the aquapocalypse.
I don't know. You can't have stats at TSMEU and Aquas. That's
Oh,
sad.
oh
That's sad.
no.
I
Oh
know.
no.
But
Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
even then, you could probably
Fill my
just
pay.
shave. You could probably shave the shave whatever. So let's just say, you can't get 3 steps, but in the steps are what? How many points again?
There's 70.
Okay, so let's say your list would only net you say one step if you wanted to bring, or maybe
Oh.
two, depending
If
on
you're
what you're
not
doing.
bringing four
Hold
TSMU
on.
and 3 steps, are you even
No, no,
legioning
no.
at that
But
point?
what I'm saying is you could probably get away with Will by Grievous, Kalani, uh three of these bikes and 2 aquas, and then just backload with what you always backloaded with. Fucking 35 point B1s, 36 point B1s. Yeah, you can't fit
38.
3 steps. You can't fit 3 steps, but you know what you probably could fit is another 2 or 3 B1s.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, again, it's gonna be fun to build lists because there's gonna be a lot of sort of ways you can take these guys. I think the most funnest is gonna be the 3 steps and 4 TSMEUs, but I don't know how viable that's gonna be because that's a lot to commit
Somebody's gonna
to.
do it.
Well,
Look,
I'm
just
gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for fun. Competitive, not sure yet. We'll see how what happens when I run it. I think it's gonna be
Kyle,
good,
I
but yeah.
doubt I doubt you watch this podcast, but do us a favor, do what you did to Blizzard Force, and get these guys mulched into the ground, please. We can't have
Oh.
this maniac in our play space doing this to us.
Well, when you guys come back to Legion, I'll finally get to play again. So fingers
We're
crossed.
making we're making our great return after Car. Well, I am after CarlCon because now it's after CarlCon. It's getting ready for LVO season, so I gotta start
And then when Nick comes back,
grinding.
because come back for a tournament, I get to make his list. I haven't forgotten Nick. I'm still waiting for that.
Yeah. No, yeah, you can
So
make my
yeah.
list. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but on that note, super excited for the TSMEU. Jose, hit us with some rules questions.
All right, real quick. This is from Mark Twist. This is Supply Run and Ruthless. Both Supply Run and Ruthless have the same timing. Can I trigger Ruthless to make the move action to contest a POI in case the unit is out of range, contest it, and then trigger Supply Run to remove the cash token?
Oh, I'd have to. What does the supply run say at they both say at the
It
start of the
said start.
activation,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, it start.
Hmm.
Yeah. Wait. Does Ruthless stay at the start of
No,
the?
yeah, I thought it's a rally step. Or
Yeah.
or no, is it?
He
No, I think
says both Supply Run and Ruthless have the same timing.
yeah, we're thinking of Dauntless is rally step.
So I would say yes because you get to choose the order.
That's what I would say too. Yeah.
Yep. Seth says both the Ruthless and the special effect of Supply Run secondary objective card are used during the first part of the unit's activation. Resolve any abilities or effects at the start of the unit's activation. As such, you may choose to resolve them in either order.
Yeah.
So good little tidbit for the new stuff. Overclock and Overrun, because this seems like it's going to be fair.
Oh God.
Because we got these bikes that we're looking at down now. This is by the other Steve. I wonder who the first Steve was. Can a unit with the overrun keyword make an overrun attack when making a speed 2 move from the overclock ability?
Ooh.
No, no, because overclock is on the super tax turn, right? You can't make
Overclock, you mean?
attacks overclock, right?
Yeah.
You can't make attacks on your turn, just like you can't stand by
Yeah.
and relentless anymore. So no.
Yeah. I want to say yeah.
He
Because of the
wants it to be
change.
yes.
I do want it to be yes, but I think it's Nick's right on this one.
That says, hi there. A unit may make an overrun attacks during its activation. The free speed 2 move granted using overclock upgrade card will naturally not occur during the activation of the chosen unit, so that unit could not make an overrun attack during that move. Thank
Yeah.
God.
In old rules, you could have, right? Because in the old
Oh
way, when you
yeah.
could attack not on your turn, it probably would have worked.
Mm.
All right. Trained in your Jedi arts counts as a melee weapon. This is by Danny13D. He says, hi, can Willbite Grievous enter melee on the turn he plays trained your Jedi arts? Thank you.
Ooh. Yeah. I want to say yes.
I don't even know what the symbol's on that card. Is it a melee
It,
symbol
it
or
it
is
has
it?
it has both a melee and a range, and you can use the weapon at the end of its activation.
But you can't shoot out of a melee.
But it has versatile.
Oh, does it? Oh,
Yeah.
well then,
Yeah.
then yes, I would say yes, you could.
You guys are both wrong.
Oh.
Seth says, no, General Grievous does not gain the printed trophy lightsabers weapon. He only references it when he makes attacks at the end of his activation and cannot move into melee without a melee weapon. Hope this helps.
Hmm.
So Jared's been playing that wrong.
What? No, I haven't. I've never been
I'm
based with
playing.
anybody.
I'm
Oh,
playing.
I was to say,
They're not
what are you
allowing you
talking
to
Oh,
do
about?
that.
oh, I see.
Uh,
Because you're talking about the wheel bike, not Grievous
yeah,
himself.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because of
Yeah.
vehicle. I gotcha,
They're not
gotcha.
alive for Jared to get into melee with anybody. Um, Coordinated strike and pass pull. And you guys all know I hate pass pull BS. This is by Draxus. He says, in a recent game, an opponent informed me that the advantage token on coordinated strike can be used as a pass because they are the same type. Advanced Intel specifically says add one advantage token to your pass pool, while Coordinated Strike says place one advantage token on this card, followed by its rules for use. Can you confirm that the only advantage tokens in the pass pool can be used as passes, or was my opponent correct that the other advantage tokens can also be spent in this way?
Yeah, I don't think you can. I think they're even though they're the same token, I think they're used solely for different things.
Yeah, because they're not. Um, 'Cause I'm trying to think of the Rebel 2 pip, how that's worded, because those can be used as passes, but those add to your pass pool.
Cool, yeah. Whereas the advantage tokens you get specifically go on the card, not
Yeah.
until the
So
pool.
so no, yeah, you can't.
All right, Seth hits him with this is incorrect. An advantage token may be used for many things, often to
Mm.
track or resolve the effects of advantage cards. But only advantage tokens in your pass pool may be spent to pass when it's your turn to do so. Advantage tokens on a card, such as Coordinated Strike, or on the battlefield by way of ordnance or strafing run or otherwise, are not in your pass pool and may not be spent to pass. Please refer to choose your unit to activate or pass step of the activation phase for more detail.
Yep.
Yeah.
So hopefully that guy didn't end up being like me and JR with Overrun our first time and I wanted to flip the table. Um
Right?
so this last one. Self-destruct and aims slash observes. This is by H. Burgess. He says, can you use aims or observe tokens to reroll dice for the self-destruct card action? If you had marksman and self-destruct doesn't currently exist, I don't think, in parentheses, could you improve results?
No, because it's not an attack. Like it's not a normal attack roll.
Yeah, like it's a separate. It's kind of like
It's
overrun. It's a separate kind of attack.
well, no, it's not even that. It's more like it's like the Amban rifle, right? You can't, use an aim on an Amban rifle roll,
Right.
right?
That would be
Yeah,
nuts.
Yeah, I would say no.
All right.
I agree.
So Seth hit him with the double no, and he broke it down into pieces. He says, resolving the self-destruct X keyword does not involve making an attack of any kind, and none of the steps of the attack sequence apply. So he answered, can responding to can use aims or observe tokens to reroll dice for self-destruct. Seth says no. Second portion, if you had marksman self-destruct, could you improve the results? Seth said no. So nope, you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, because it's its
That
own special ability, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's I mean, any type of questions that are ever like we've all had those games where you have that one instance where it's like, this is probably the only time this is ever going to happen in the history of Legion. How do we answer this? And that's good that he was thinking ahead to even ask that question because there are questions people don't think to ask. We
So
got we got exploding exploding Empire recon bots coming soon, so I
Oh,
was
those
probably thinking something
stupid
crazy with
probe
that.
droids.
I agree. I think they're gonna be garbage.
No, they're not gonna be
You don't
Which,
think
garbage.
they're
by
gonna be
the way,
garbage?
you want to hear how dumb I am? So I was at work and I was like, I had some downtime, and I'm like, it's been a while. Let's bring up the tournament stats. Let's prove everybody wrong and see how probe droids are at the top of the meta now. I'm like, why ain't I seeing them? I go to Legion HQ, not out until April 3rd. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh.
they're not out yet.
Uh, Why do you think
Why?
they're gonna be good?
They're gonna be great.
They're so cheap. They don't count for your force org. They have way to generate tokens. They have infiltrate. They don't have to walk on the board. I mean, who doesn't want a super cheap unit that can hand out tokens and hold an objective? That doesn't
Anything
count
that
against your
breaks the
I
force
just
that
I
org,
doesn't
just don't
count your
think
force org.
I just don't think
anything
they're
that
gonna
breaks your force
survive that
org,
long.
They
anything
Like
that breaks your force
i-
org is a
they
positive.
if
don't
you
need to.
if you're infiltrating and then you have to make a speed one to observe me, right?
But the observes are free, so I could just
Sure.
move back behind a terrain line sight. They're only a
I
single.
mean,
They're a single model. They could hide behind a cylinder.
sure. I mean, granted, favorable of the map, right? But aside favorable of the map, they just instant die, and they're act padding, right?
But that's what
That's what Empire
a red
needs.
slave army needs. How
Sure,
how how are
sure.
they going to deploy after your wheel bikes and stuff if they
If
don't
they
have that?
You're
if
not
they
wrong. You're
didn't
not wrong. I think they're great for act padding. I just think they're gonna die so quick.
because
They're
if
the
they didn't
cheapest act pad.
yeah, so if they didn't act
I
pad,
mean, they're
like
35.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like ACPAD alone is well outside of them, there's no way with the current state of how they
Okay.
changed the rules to snipers, there's no way for you to ACPAD really inside of Empire.
Hmm.
So this
Well,
breaking the force sword gets you three free freaking
to be
ACPADs.
fair, they're only gonna be good in Blizzard Force.
Well, that's BS that they're not attachment Blizzard Force.
I agree. Like that's
But we don't
I will concede that they're gonna be great in Blizzard Force. Outside of Blizzard Force, I don't think so. Because
but that's also
the only special forces I think that could do really good use of them is the ISB or ISF. And aside from ISF, you could take them with the scouts because they're
Scouts.
so cheap.
Yeah,
But
people
the other
take
thing too
scouts.
is
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
thing too is if they're only good in Blizzard Force, that's fine because we've already stated that the only thing good about Empire is their battle forces. You think they're gonna complain about them working only in Blizzard?
But
I
that
am I'm disappointed though that they aren't and they're detached. They are an attachment in the main force, but not in the battle force. I feel like it should be reversed.
they should be detached in the main
It might
forces.
You,
be it might be clarified when they drop, you know?
eh, I don't know.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
side
think it's
tangent.
kind
My
of
bad,
I think
boys.
it's I again Empire needs some love, and I love that they're doing good with their battle forces. But I think that's a dumb way to be. Factions should be good is defined by their battle force, right? Unless it's only operated on a battle force, i.e., Shadow Collective, right? Um, I don't know. It just seems kind of dumb to me. But they are going to be good in battle force. That's Blizzard Force.
Yeah.
So. But
Is it
anyways,
only Blizzard Force right now?
yeah. I think maybe
Yes.
Tempest Force got it too, but I think they're still,
Tempest Force gets scouts, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
So then they should be in there.
but I think there's still an attachment
yeah.
Tempest
It's just Blizzard
Oof.
Force where they're not
because
attached.
they don't have any special forces, right? In
Because
Blizzard Force, right?
they're already zipping
Yeah,
around on Haas. That's why they're there. They're already
I
there.
guess. I guess.
If we're gonna go lore accurate, they're already buzzing around.
All right, boys, let's wrap this up. Any last words, Jose?
Oh, let's go Adepticon. I need me some. You know what? I take it back. The great announcement on the 25th is so epic, so big. It's just gonna be. They're gonna come out and it's gonna be Gungans, and they're gonna drop the mic and leave.
Well, they said it on Adepticon, but I do hope you
Mm.
get that. So, Nick, any last words?
The Weequay box says it comes with 11 models, but does it? Question mark.
Because there's four in a model, right? We know that
Because
in a unit.
the legs of the leader is the same legs as Hondo.
So, what do you think they got?
I have a feeling you can only build 10.
Nah, it's AMG. They won't mess up.
It's exact same lower body sculpt.
He's still hung up on that.
I am so hung up on that. I am so hung up on that.
Well, I said when it
Look,
happened,
you're gonna see Nick with all the weak quays and all his unit leaders are gonna have the same body.
no,
as
no.
Hondo.
I said that when they dropped. I said the reason they put Hondo as a pre-order bonus is because in the weekway box you have to choose to build a leader or build Hondo.
Well, that
So you were incentivized to pre-order
yeah.
so you can have the max amount of minis and Hondo.
The box says 11. I question that.
I look forward to that
Uh,
Nick outrage.
look forward, you guys. We got some tournament announcements coming up. The Baker boys and Legion lads have decided to potentially do alternating months, kind of to support each other. So for our locals, if you want to go to Bakersfield, we'll probably be going in March or April, and vice versa. We might be having a tournament in March or April, depending on how things go. So look an eye out if you want to get some more games in. If you want to come hang out, it'll be a fun time. And yeah, see you guys later.
See ya.
Later.